Hello, shout out to Tom at Tom Dobie Mower Repair. If you need mower repair in Atlanta, Tom's your guy. So before you start a lawn mowing business, I suggest you ask yourself this question: why? Why are you doing it? Because it's very, very challenging business sometimes, and you need to have a really good reason why. So what is it for you? And that could be anything. Perhaps you have a new child and you want to earn some extra money. Perhaps you want to be your own boss. Perhaps you just want a little bit of extra side income on the weekends. Perhaps you love mowing lawns and you're like, I may as well get paid for it. Or perhaps you want to run a big multi-million-dollar lawn care business. Whatever your reason is, it's important to know why, because the actions that you're going to take are going to be very different compared to, let's just say you want to mow a couple of extra lawns in the weekend for a little bit of side income, compared to if you want to run a multi-million-dollar lawn care business. You're going to take very, very different decisions. And so it's very important to ask yourself why, because that's going to sustain you through those challenging times. So for me, my thing that I value the most is flexibility and freedom. And so there are a couple of events, one event in particular that really stuck out in my mind. So I was working as a barista, making coffee in a cafe and working for an employer. And one thing is, sometimes I just didn't want to deal with the customers I was dealing with because they were annoying and rude, whatever. But I had to, because I had an obligation to my employer. But there's one event that really triggered it for me, that was really like that catalyst of really making me realize this is the thing I want to do and this is the reason why I want to do it. And that was one day I really just felt like sitting down for 20 minutes. You know, I was tired and I really didn't feel like it. I just wanted to rest, but I couldn't do it because I had obligations to my employer. So that really stuck out in my mind. And now, of course, I'm my own boss, and I was already mowing lawns at that point part-time, but I really just wanted to make that transition and be full-time. And now, if I want to sit down for 20 minutes, I sit down for 20 minutes, you know? If I want to sit down for an hour, I sit down for an hour. If I want to take the day off, I take the day off. And a great example of this is, last year my granddad died, and he lives in New Zealand. I'm from New Zealand. He lived in New Zealand, and I'm living in Australia. And he became very sick. And so it was really nice that I took 2 weeks off, and I got to spend the last 2 weeks of his life visiting him every day in the hospital and staying with my nanny, and we got to visit him and to spend that really, really special quality time with him before he passed away. And it was also just a really magical time to spend with my grandmother as well. So that was really lovely. And I guess that's about it. But yeah, you need to have a really, really strong reason why. And I recommend writing it down, because if you can see it visually, then it's really going to help when you're having those challenging days and you don't feel like doing it, that you can see why you're doing this. So yeah, if you like this, please, like the video, please subscribe, and please ask questions of me. I really want to answer your questions. If you have, whatever you want to know about how I do things, I'd love to share it with you. And so yeah, leave your comments in the whatever section below. All right, peace. Take it easy, guys. And remember, it's just a game.